Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs of 25th of November 2024. So in this session we are going to discuss the particular important things that has happened on this day and some of the other things related to that, and we will enhance our general knowledge related to this particular topic. So let's start our session and let's see that what are the things we can learn from this particular day. Before we start, these are the topics I got covered for you in this session. So I've got some national news, state news, banking and finance news, science and technology news, sports, important days, summits and conference, defense, appointments and resignations, and at last I will summarize all the things that what we have learned so far in this session. Before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So first news that we have today is Dr. Jitendra Singh launches Vision Portal to empower underprivileged youth. So the Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh inaugurated the Vision Portal, that is the Viksit Bharat, inaugurated the Vision Portal, that is Viksit Bharat initiative for students innovations and outreach network on 21st November 2024 in New Delhi. So a new type of portal has been launched by particularly the Jitendra Singh, the Union Minister of Science and Technology, and apart from that of different type of ministries he's handled. Developed by the Utsav Foundation, a non-profit organization based in Gurugram, the portal aims to uplift underprivileged youth through education, skill development, and sustainable livelihood. So this organization will be particularly working towards the as a non-profit organization. It is based in Gurugram. The portal aims to uplift the underprivileged youth through education, skill development, and sustainable livelihood. The portal bridges the gaps between theoretical knowledge and practical experience by funding students' internship and fostering innovation. This initiative is expected to significantly contribute to the empowerment of underprivileged youth in India. So remember, the Vision portal is particularly launched by Dr. Jitendra Singh for the purpose to empower the underprivileged youth. PM Modi graces Odisha Prabha 2024 in Delhi. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in Odisha Prabha 2024 celebration held at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in New Delhi. Organized by the Odia Samaj from November 22 to 24, this flagship event highlights Odisha's vibrant cultural, social, and political heritage. Prime Minister's address celebrated Odisha's legacy, its historical contributions, and its promising future. Event showcased various cultural performances and exhibition, drawing significant attention to Odisha's rich traditions. So, do remember, PM Modi graces the Odisha Prabha 2024 in Delhi, and particularly to embrace or particularly to uh, celebrate the culture performances and culture of Odisha. It has been organized by the Odia Samaj on November 22 to 24. Hemant Soren took oath as the Jharkhand CM on November 28. So Hemant Soren is set to take the oath as the Chief Minister of Jharkhand on November 28. So recently, two elections were conducted in two different assemblies, one in Maharashtra and one in Jharkhand. Maharashtra capital is Mumbai, Jharkhand capital is Ranchi. Maharashtra, the BJP along with the NCP, that is the section of Mr. Ajit Pawar, and along with that the Shiv Sena, that is the section of Mr. Eknath Shinde, have won the elections, and they are particularly looking towards that who will be the next CM. And particularly if we talk about Mr. Hemant Soren, so Hemant Soren has won the elections and he has become the new chief minister of Jharkhand, as well as a repeated chief minister. He was also the chief minister earlier. This follows his meeting with the governor Santosh Kumar Gangwar to stake his claim to form the government. The India bloc comprising Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, Congress, Rashtriya Janata Dal, and CPI-ML secured victory in the recent state elections. Oath-taking ceremony will take place at Morabaji ground in Ranchi, marking the beginning of new political chapter in the state. So basically, if we talk about him, so he has aligned with the India bloc and comprising Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, Congress, Rashtriya Janata Dal, and CPI ML. So they are particularly coming together to create a new chapter in the history of Jharkhand. And Mr. Hemant Soren is once again became the Chief Minister of Jharkhand. Andhra Pradesh government abolishes garbage tax. So Andhra Pradesh, particularly under the chief ministership of Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, and deputy chief minister is Pawan Kalyan. So now they have particularly approved the bill on 21st November to abolish garbage tax introduced by the previous YSRCP government. Municipal Administration Minister P. Narayan championed the decision, aiming to alleviate financial pressure on citizens. The move also seeks to investigate alleged contractor benefits linked to the tax. The policy reversal highlights concerns over the previous government methods of waste management funding. So basically, before him, the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh was Mr. Jagmohan Reddy, and during his tenure, a new tax was implemented on the citizens of Jharkhand that was known as garbage tax. But the newly formed government, under the chief ministership of Mr. Chandrababu Naidu and the municipal administration minister P. Narayan, they have particularly abolished this tax, which has been implemented on the people of Andhra Pradesh. So remember, the abolition of garbage tax has been introduced in Andhra Pradesh recently. Capital is Amravati. IndusInd Bank and UNICEF join forces for climate resilience in India. So, IndusInd Bank and UNICEF have launched a strategic initiative under the bank's flagship CSR program. The initiative focuses on disaster resilient communities and climate risk informed, efficient administrative system. Collaboration aims to enhance climate informed administrative framework and strengthen the resilience against the climate induced disasters. So, particularly if we talk about the program targets 5 aspirational districts in India: Dharashiv, that is Maharashtra; Begusarai, that is Bihar; Virudhunagar, that is in Tamil Nadu; Baran in Rajasthan; and Bahraich in Uttar Pradesh. So, IndusInd Bank and UNICEF have joined together to perform the climate resilience in India. And for the pilot project, they have targeted these particular places in different states. So, remember that. And let's move to the other one. RBI Maldives Monetary Authority pact to enhance trade with local currencies. So RBI, the highest regulatory body of banking established in 1934, have now collaborated with Maldives Monetary Authority to enhance the trade with local currencies. So Reserve Bank of India and Maldives Monetary Authority have signed a memorandum of understanding. The MOU establishes a framework for promoting the use of local currencies, the Indian rupee and Maldivian rupiah, in cross-border transactions. So, particularly to work more efficiently by using local currencies, this particular memorandum has been signed between the highest banking authority of India and the highest monetary authority of Maldives, that is MMA. Signed by RBI Governor Shaktikant Das and MMA Governor Ahmad Manowar. The MOU aims to facilitate bilateral trade. Agreement is expected to reduce transaction costs and optimize settlements times by allowing exporters and importers to invoice and settle payments in their respective domestic currencies. So, do remember RBI Maldives Monetary Authority Pact to enhance trade with local currencies. And to add to that, who is the president of Maldives? That is Mr. Muizu. Mohammad Muizu is the president. And recently, India has also started the UPI transactions in Maldives. India among top 10 countries for AI readiness. So, India has emerged as a top contender in artificial intelligence readiness ranking among the top 10 globally. According to Boston Consulting Group report, India secured the second position in AI specialist talents and third in research publications. Report evaluates AI readiness in 73 nations, focusing on public services enhancements through AI integration. This ranking reflects India's growing expertise and innovation in the field of AI. And not only in AI, but India is also working in two other fields, such as India is working towards two very important things. If we talk about, so one is the semiconductor manufacturing, and the other one is the particularly working towards creating the lithium ion batteries. Recently, India has also declared Lucknow as the AI city, Bangalore as the AI hub, and Sananand in Gujarat as a particular place for the manufacturing unit of semiconductor things, chips. And all these things are being happening during the time when the ecosystem of the world is primarily focusing on AI. So it is very important for India, and that is why you can also see that according to the Boston Consulting Group, India secures the second position in AI specialist talent and third in research publication. New giant radio galaxy discovered by Meerkat. An international team of astronomers led by Kathleen Charlton from the University of Cape Town, South Africa, has discovered a new giant radio galaxy. So, a new galaxy has been discovered by an astronomer called Kathleen Charlton. The discovery was made using the Meerkat radio telescope in the Cosmological Evolution Survey, COSMOS field, detailed in the research paper published on November 11, 2024. The newly identified galaxy is named MGTC, and ahead the number is. Giant radio galaxies are rare, colossal structures known for their immense size and powerful emissions, contributing to the study of galaxy evolution and radio source formation. So, for remember that new giant radio galaxy has been discovered by Meerkat. Northeast United Football Club clinches Governor's Gold Cup victory. So recently, if we talk about the 40th edition of the Governor Gold Cup International Football Tournament concluded on 24th November 2024 at Paljor Stadium in Gangtok. Northeast United Football Club emerged victorious after a dramatic 4-3 penalty shootout win over Gangtok Himalayan SC. The final match was attended by Sikkim's Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang and Governor Shri Om Prakash Mathur. Victory add another memorable chapter to the tournament's legacy, showcasing the competitive spirit and sportsmanship of both the teams. So remember, the Northeast United Football Club has clinched the Governor's Gold Cup victory. Ritika Hooda strikes gold at World Military Championship. So Ritika Hooda clinched the gold medal in the women's 76 kilogram category at the World Military Championship. She became the second Indian woman to win the gold at the event, following Jyoti Sihag's triumph in the 55 kilogram category. This achievement marks the momentous debut for India's women contingent at the prestigious tournament. Hooda's victory is a significant milestone for Indian wrestling on the global stage. So remember the name Ritika Hooda. She has striked with gold at the World Military Championship, and she compete in the 55 kilogram. Particularly, Jyoti Sihag has triumphed in 55 kilogram category, and Ritika Hooda she particularly triumphed in 76 kilogram category. So remember their name. So Ritika Hooda she has particularly clinched the gold medal in the women's World Military Championship. Antonsen triumphs at China Masters 2024. So Antonsen, remember the name, he's from badminton. Andres Antonsen became the first Danish player to win the men's single title at the China Masters on 24th November. He defeated Indonesian Jonathan Christie in straight games 21-15, 21-13. The victory marked Antonsen's fourth BWF World title of 2024, solidifying his position atop the race of final rankings. Despite the loss, Christie secured his place in next month BWF Tour Finals in Hangzhou, China. Hangzhou is the same place where the Asian Games happened in 2023. Remember that. IPL 2025 auctions. Rishabh Pant became the most expensive purchased player by any team. So IPL 2025 season's mega auction witnessed historic deals and marquee player signings. Held in Jeddah, the auction's first day saw franchisees spending a staggering 467 crore on 72 players. Rishabh Pant became the most expensive buy, highlighting the high stakes nature of the event. Anticipation is soaring for the second day of the auction, with teams strategically acquiring their dream players. So Rishabh Pant, who was playing earlier for Delhi Capitals and for the last approximately 9 or 10 years, has now shifted to Lucknow Super Giants and is purchased by Lucknow Super Giants with a particular amount, that is 27 crore rupees, and is the most expensive purchase by any team. And apart from him, the second position was of Shreyas Iyer. So remember, Rishabh Pant has become the most expensive purchased player by Lucknow Super Giants. International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. So International Day of Women is on 8th of March, and International Day of Elimination of Violence Against Women is on 2024, is observed on 25th of November. And the day calls upon the government, international organization, and civil society to raise awareness and promote actions to combat violence against women and girls worldwide. In 2024, the observance marks 25 years since the US official designation of the day. The UN Women led campaign will launch a new report and highlight best practice for eliminating violence against women and girls. In 2024, the observance marks 25 years since the UN official designation of the day. So remember that 25th of November, it is the 25th anniversary of this particular day is being observed. That is elimination of violence against women. And 8th of November is the day that is particularly known as the International Women's Day. And remember that. Gyan Kumbh 2024, Auroville lays transformative ideas unveiled. So Gyan Kumbh 2024, a prominent educational event organized by Siksha Sanskriti Uthan Nyas, took place at Pondicherry University from November 21st to 23rd of November 2024. Event provided a platform for various educational institutions, organizations to showcase their work. Auroville Foundation presented transformative vision and philosophy during the event. The event highlights innovative educational practices and ideas aimed at holistic development. So remember the Gyan Kumbh 2024 Auroville's transformative ideas unveiled, and this particular event was organized in Pondicherry, that is also known as the Puducherry. So it was organized in Pondicherry University, and along with that, remember that Auroville's foundation has also presented their philosophy to the world. Navik Sagar Parikrama second INSV Tarini begins second leg of Global Voice. So Indian naval sailing vessel Tarini embarked on the second leg of Navika Sagar Parikrama second on 24th of November. Expedition was flagged off by the Chief of Naval Staff Admiral Dinesh Kumar Tripathi on 2nd October. The two-woman naval crew is sailing from Fremantle, Australia to Lyttelton, New Zealand, covering 3,400 nautical miles. This voice highlights India's commitment to gender equality, maritime cooperation, and women's empowerment. So it is not a new thing. This has been done since 2017, and particularly every year, Navika Sagar Parikrama is being organized, in which the woman particular contingent leads the sailing vessel around the world. So this time they start from Australia and they will end up in New Zealand. Pankaj Tripathi appointed Festival Ambassador for Arunachal Rang Mahotsav 2024. So acclaimed actor Pankaj Tripathi appointed by as the Festival Ambassador for the Arunachal Rang Mahotsav 2024. The prestigious International Theatre Festival recognizes Tripathi's contribution to Indian cinema and performing arts. His appointment underscores the growing cultural recognition of Arunachal Pradesh and its thriving arts scene. The festival aims to promote and celebrate the rich cultural heritage of Arunachal Pradesh. To add to this, one more thing you can add that Pankaj Tripathi was also appointed as the ambassador to provide to create awareness, and he was regarding the fraud scams related to the financial things, and he was created ambassador of PhonePe. Apart from this, let's summarize that what we have learned so far in this session, guys. So first of all, Dr. Jitendra Singh launches vision portal to empower underprivileged youth. PM Modi graces Odisha Prabha 2024 in Delhi. Hemant Soren to take oath as Jharkhand CM on November 28th. Andhra Pradesh government abolish garbage tax. IndusInd Bank and UNICEF join forces for climate resilience in India. RBI Maldives Monetary Authority pact to enhance trade with local currencies. India among top 10 countries for AI readiness. New giant radio galaxy discovered by Mir Kart. Northeast United Football Club clinches Governors Gold Cup victory. Ritika Hooda strikes gold at World Military Championship in 76 kg category. Antonson triumphs at China Masters 2024. IPL 2025 auction, Rishabh Pant became the most expensive purchase player by Lucknow Super Giants. International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women 2024. Gyan Kumbh 2024, Oro Village Transformative Ideas unveiled. Navika Sagar Parikrama 2nd, INSV Tarini begins second leg of Global Voice. Famous actor Pankaj Tripathi appointed Festival Ambassador for Arunachal Rang Mahotsav 2024. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you also learned a lot of things in this session and gained a lot of knowledge from this particular session. I will meet you in the next session in which we will discuss some more current affairs. And till the time we meet, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.